today we're going to do the cricket report as we bring in from Edmonton Cricket TV, Mick Ozzie. Mick, good afternoon. How you doing today?
Yeah, thanks, Connor. I really appreciate the chance to talk about the great game of cricket, probably the second or third most popular game in the world.
Yeah, and it's something, you can see around town, and we'll get into that a little bit later here on the show. But for those of us who don't know, there's different varieties of cricket. If you had to kind of dumb it down, simplify it for someone like me, and Michael Scott, explain it to me like I'm five, what's a quick rundown of how we play cricket?
All right, well, the red ball cricket is 5 days it can go for, so up to 6 hours a day, and that's traditional. I love it. And then there's the 50-over format, and they have the World Cup, and Australia and India are probably the best two teams at that. And then there's the 20-over format called T20, very popular, called the IPL, India Premier League. They make millions each player in about a 7-week period. And Alberta just last Friday won the T20 Cricket Canada National Championship out there in Toronto as massive underdogs.
And then Hazmat Tariq was actually the MVP of the event. So, Alberta showing up just a few days ago here at the championship, as I think we got Mick on phone. Mick, we got you back on here?
Yeah, spam phone call came through and I didn't know. Oh, can you believe it? Those spam phone calls, and it blocked me, so I don't know what I was meant to turn off.
Those spam calls are the absolute worst. Well, okay, so you were just kind of talking about the differences, and we were talking about, as you were mentioning just before you went away here, how a pretty impressive upset from the Albertan team at the Canadian National Championship.
Yeah, absolutely. If you could have bet on it, and you probably could have in India, BC and Ontario to make the final was probably like minus 800 or maybe even minus 1,000. So Alberta, if we come third, I would have been happy because there's been so much rain here. Some of the best players haven't been able to play on a Sunday when we get so much rain. But we did really well. We went 4-0. And we beat Ontario to finish top of the ladder in Group A, which meant we played Manitoba in the semi-final, and then we beat BC in the final. So massive, massive upset. Congratulations to everyone involved.
So we had the best bowler from Team Alberta. The best batter, Hamza Tariq, I believe, was the MVP as well. So when I assume you've played the game a few times, we see how different it is, and there's a similarity with baseball, but obviously it's bouncing off the ground and stuff. Just how tough is it to really get a hold of that skill set?
Oh, absolutely. And the different conditions around the world, like in England or in Sydney, the ball will swing, and that's why you see them rubbing one side of the ball so it passes through the air quicker on one side and it will swing. And then Australia has really hard wickets, which are good to bat on. But Hamza Tariq was the captain, and he's a fantastic wicket keeper. Played a few games for Canada a while ago, and he was average form with the batting, but then in the game against Ontario, he absolutely killed it, made 88, and then in the final, 105. So he was an absolute superstar. And a guy from here, Sanmeet Singh, he was his runner. He was also the opening batsman, played fantastic. Another lad from here, Warren Campbell, great bowler and batter. So we had two of the best four from Edmonton, and 10 of the 14 were from Edmonton.
Other four coming down from Calgary. So a good mix there, but of course, Edmonton getting the job done. So, Mick, when you look at the amount of players on a team, how much does it vary throughout the different levels of cricket?
Well, we always have 11 on the team and then a 12th man, and you basically have 6 batters, a wicket keeper, and then the bowlers. But in this T20, you want bowlers that can also bat, like Warren Campbell or Warden Huck, another lad from here. So you got to mix these batters and bowlers up in the T20 format because it's quick pace. You got to try and hit a run off nearly every ball, not quite, but you go for your 4s and your 6 runs and really try and get the score up. But in the final, we went against Aaron Johnson, who's one of Canada's best players. So to win that was absolutely, like I said, a massive, massive win. Fantastic for Alberta.
So we're talking a little bit about the Cricket Canada National Championships here with Mick Ozzie here on the Gregor Show. Connor Halley sitting in for Jason. So the event was in Toronto a few days ago. It all wrapped up. Going into it, you talk about just the kind of the more powerhouse provinces with Ontario and British Columbia. Have you noticed growth in Alberta's game the last few years?
We have, but there's so much more potential because how many people in Edmonton, mostly from, say, Punjab in India, some from Gujarat as well, there's probably 100,000 maybe here in Edmonton of India descent or immigrants. So we could have 20 fields and fill them up. We've got 7 fields right now. And the best place to go and watch is down at Victoria Park as you drive into the golf driving range. It's just beautiful down there on a nice day, sitting in the shade. So I encourage anyone to go there every night of the week and all day Saturday and Sunday. Victoria Park's the best place to watch.
And if you look internationally, how is Canada ranked among the top in the world?
Well, we made the World Cup of the 20 over cricket a few months ago. There was a bit of controversy, but I'm here to stay positive. So we're like in the second tier. The top teams are Australia, India, Pakistan, New Zealand, England, South Africa, West Indies. And then there's a second tier. So recently we went over to Scotland and played against Scotland and UAE. So that's some of the teams in like the second tier. But the ICC, the governing body, they pour millions of dollars into Canada and these second division teams to boost it worldwide.
What was the controversy, if you're willing to get into it?
Oh, yeah, I can. CBC Fifth Estate did a big story on it. There's a bit of match fixing and bit of trouble out there in BC. So some of the Cricket Canada bosses, they need to pull their head in and get a bit more honest. But, yeah, that's a bit of a sad story, and ICC's currently sorting it out. So they've changed some bosses, and that's part of my job at Edmonton Cricket TV is to be 90% positive but call out the bosses when they need to be, and that's what I've been doing.
So what's coming up with Edmonton Cricket TV in the next little while here? What are you guys going to be showing?
Oh, look, I film live. I do a lot of one-on-one interviews, and lately I've been doing a lot of report writing as well. So we've changed over the years. We did a proper full TV-type show on YouTube for the first couple of years and mainly interviewing the star players, filming a bit of live on Facebook and report writing.
Awesome. Well, hey, Mick, thanks so much for doing this today. Hopefully we'll see you down at another Elks Watch Party soon. Deck, you ever played any cricket in your time?
I've not.
No? Any interest?
Yeah, cool sport. Because I don't know how much Mick got into this at the beginning. We were shuffling around back here, but like the difference in what is it? It's like 3-day. I'm sure he just talked about all of this.
Yeah, 5 days. Yeah,
right. Yeah, like that is an insane. Cause the shorter one seems pretty cool. Seems like something I could get into. And I think not that I would ever have any reason to go to this or anything, but like one of those big cricket matches between India and Pakistan, that feels like a must-see sports event.
Yeah. He mentioned that for sure. And then like these different variations of the game make it a little bit quicker.